Sounds like 41. Sounds like 41. Or Bob Law. Again and again. That's again, maybe again. I know he's got it. It sounds like
Console Viz 34. It's your boy Console Viz 34 back at home.
What up, what up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34.
Yep, so your boy Console Viz 34 coming to you here.
What up, what up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34. Thank you. Aria. Okay, so this is Aria, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your love for the Dave Matthews Band.
I've been a fan of the band since April 28, 1998, and if you recognize the date, that's when Before These Crowded Streets was released.
Alpine is definitely a better venue than Summerfest, but we'll take it. I think I've been going to shows for about 20-something years.
I always tell people, like, compare DMB to now to when I first started. And I got started, in my opinion, I feel like I got started late. Like, I was at the very end of the band's prime. I feel like that 03 to 06 was like the end of the prime. 07, 08 was like, you know, we're at the very end. And then when Roy passed.
Dave really, this is the thing. Dave has put, Rashawn has been assigned the quarterback of this team. He is the coach, the play caller. He designs the jams. Dave just shows up and plays whatever he's going to play. What up, what up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34. Thank you guys for tuning in. And what a night from Estate Dave Matthews and his band Love, which is Connecticut. They've been coming here since the mid-90s. And it is a blessing to be able to see this band yet again here in our home state. I had the Ray Allen jersey right there. That's the number 34 Ray Allen, a UConn Husky legend, a NBA legend, a NBA Finals champion with the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. And wow, just what a night here. And let me just break down kind of how everything went down. Yes, UConn won by 40. They played Central Connecticut State University, which is a lower tier Division I school here in Connecticut. It's a warm-up game for them. Really, that's really what the basketball season is. The first couple of games for every major contender is going to be, against some scrubs, get the rust off and everything. So UConn did win. It was great to represent my favorite basketball team, my favorite hockey team. I'm a UConn fan across the board for all their sports. Represent them just about 30, 45 minutes down the road from where the men's team was playing tonight. I saw my favorite band, which is Dave Matthews Band. So just to give you guys kind of a breakdown here, let me just put this. I want to make sure we share this. And okay, so this is what happened for today. I was chilling around Mohegan since 2 p.m. And it was really because a couple of friends, like my friend John, was out in Mystic. So I was like, all right, if he's down there, I don't want to drive there and drive back. It's about 30 minutes from Mohegan. So I just said, let me go to Mohegan. I went to a park. I went to Mohegan Park. And then I went, like I said, got to Mohegan Sun, was chilling, like I said, beautiful day out. So I was on the rooftop, walked around a little bit, got lunch, went back up to the car to chill. And then I saw the poster drop. And the poster for tonight, we're going to pull this up here. I just put it on Twitter just so I could grab it here. See if we can share this. So the poster came out, and this is what it looked like. And if we zoom into this poster, there's a Hartford Whalers logo there. There's also pizza, because New Haven pizza is arguably the best pizza on this side of the Atlantic, even better than New York. I mean, if you look it up, best pizza places in the country, New Haven pizza is the best. And it's not, it's about 30, 40 minutes from this casino. So they had this ant playing the slot machine. I saw that Whalers logo, and that brought back the nostalgia. This is your boy at the last Whalers game, 6.5 years old, in April of 97. That's me. That's Lil Concert Viz 34. I had to get this poster. It didn't matter. I was already at the venue. I was going to chill at my car and just read a book and relax there. And Heinz and Jen, great to see you guys on. Yeah, it said it resembles some of the Dead & Co posters. And this is the thing. This poster has everything that I wanted from posters, right? You have the slot machine. You have the fire dancer. We go up to the top. You have the fire dancer right here. You have local logos. They got the whale. I don't know how they did that. Maybe, because it's art, they could do it. I don't know if they had to get the rights to that, the artist. But you have the Hartford Whalers logo, the most, infamous logo to be associated with Connecticut. And it's one of the best-selling logos in hockey. Even though there's no NHL team in Hartford, the Whalers gear still sells nationally as one of the best brands. It sells better than some teams, other teams, a lower bottom totem pole. So you have like I said, you have the slot machine, you have the ant, you have the fire dancer, you have the, the drink, and you have the, the little Joint right there, allegedly, and which is now legal in Connecticut. Recreational marijuana is legal, and then you have everything right here, the date and everything. I had to get this poster. This set off a chain of just great events that I'm truly blessed to have experienced. So I go to the outside merch stand, and it was almost like once this thing was posted online, the line went from 3 people when I went up to my car to about 15 people. And then I was behind I was about, I would say around 16, 17, whatever. They're just eyeballing it. And then the line kept growing and growing and growing. So I get the poster. I safely stow it away in a secure area. And then I go down to the pit line, and I had been watching the pit line all day. Spoiler alert, there was no pit line. Mohegan was not having people line up earlier in the day. You could sit by the box office, but only about 4 to 6 people were there. They were really discouraging people from lining up early in the day. So I get my poster secure. I go to the people just gathering around. There's no security scan center set up. There's no table set up yet. They are really pushing this thing out. And this is, mind you, most venues would already have the stuff set up for people to line up. Not here. And Mohegan is its own rogue. It's its own rogue venue, right? It's a Native American. Did I get a wristband? Yeah, I got a wristband here. There it is right there. But so like there's certain mask mandates in Norwich and in other towns, but the Mohegan tribe said, look, we do what we want. They do what they want. So they don't, the mandate is not, it's not a mandate. They, if you want to wear mask, you can do it. If you don't, you don't have to do it. They say, we do what we want, right? It's not like every other Live Nation venue. They had to, for the band, check the COVID, all that, but they really aren't enforcing the mask mandate. There is actually no mandate in the tribal land. So anyway, they're doing everything on however they want to do it. So again, there's no pit line. They're not letting people line up. They're trying to discourage people from lining up until closer to the event. So I just start to chill out there. I didn't have a wristband at the time. I was like, oh no, I forgot you got to get a wristband. And you had to get a wristband before you line up. So the person who was handing out the wristbands was not clearly like saying, hey, I'm here to give you a wristband. So I had to kind of find them, go back in the line. And I mean, there may have been 10 people in front of me, maybe less than that. Because again, to get on the rail, I don't know how many people go across. But so I get in this line and it's 5:45 and they're still not letting people in. 6 o'clock rolls around. And they just start getting things ready. And the doors are supposed to open at 6. Last night, they let people in quicker. But we didn't really get to go in until about 6:10. Actually, let me check the timestamp. Yes, I had warehouse tickets. So the warehouse ticket line got to go in first. And that's how I really got the rail. Because I was at the front of the warehouse line. And the warehouse, they get like a good 15, 20 minutes before the regular GA people can come in. So let me look at my timestamps here. Why does it say? Oh. But anyway, I'm saying all this to say this was just, all of this kind of flowed. Yeah, when I got to the rail at about 6:13. So they didn't let us in until a little bit after 6. So we had early entry, but this venue was not like the summer venues. That's the main thing. This venue was not like the other summer venues. Summer venues, early entry, you can get in much earlier. You can line up much earlier. This venue was not ready. Like people, even yesterday, the regular people were not getting in until about 6:30, 7 o'clock. The band went on at 7:55. Imagine going to a show and you can't get in the building, even if you're lined up early for regular entry, till 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. The show starts at the band came on at around Let me see. I can even check my timestamps. The band came on at 7:54. They walked on the stage at 7:54. That's when my video starts, that you saw. So there was just, anyway, long story short, I'm on the rail. It was a heck of an experience. People behind me gave me space. I kind of had to map out my area. I had to make sure I had enough water in me. It actually, my half marathon and marathon skills paid off. But yeah, there's got to be, I guess I would say, and I've heard other things. Yeah, you said Noblesville, Deer Creek, that was a disaster. There really should be, if I understand how tours work and tour schedules, there's usually a meeting at the beginning of a day, but they got to get this pit thing squared away. Again, I was fortunate enough to be able to, again, it was a fall tour date. The fall tour dates tend to have people coming from work and there's less people lined up. It was a Monday, Tuesday, and I was on the Tuesday show. They got to, I can see why people have anxiety during the pit. But again, I was fortunate enough to be there, and it's a lot. It's a lot to go through, and there's not a lot of order. And I feel like there should be more order, given how people love this band. This isn't some, this is a band that has a storied history and has, sells well across the country. Anyway, the poster. By the way, this venue also didn't allow posters in the pit. So the fact I got this poster and the merch stand outside was a huge payoff. And I decided to go to my car was a huge payoff. So there's a whole other things. I don't want to get, that's kind of the abbreviated story of what happened. And then let's look at the set. So tonight, right? It's a midweek show, night 2. There's a couple of things that stand out to me. The number 41 for the 41st show. If D&B Mamas is listening, I actually talked to her on my drive home. She was telling me some stuff. She has a friend, and we want to send our best wishes to our friend. I can't remember her friend's name. She gave her tickets that she was going to go to this show, but things happen where she can't make it. She gave her tickets to a friend who's going through cancer treatment, and number 41 is that person's favorite song. So we just want to send our well wishes to D&B Mama's friend who is fighting cancer, and we hope you'll, we know you'll win your battle. We don't want to say hope. We know you'll win your battle against cancer. So the 41st show of the tour, and number 41 opens up. And let's see. The other thing about this show is the encore. I would say this is arguably one of the best encores of the year. Maybe not the best, but I'll back you up. The 4th of its kind. And then you had Lie in Our Graves to close. Lie in Our Graves in the encore as a closer. That is something that is extremely, you don't see that a lot. And that was like another big moment. Is like, whoa, this was a great encore to have Lie in Our Graves. And then if we even do a search, so and this is the list of when Lie in Our Graves has closed shows. Shout out to the Ants Marching Forum. So in Italy, they closed encore closer. So the Lie in Our Graves as a closer, they did the reprise. So, they stopped. He said, thank you. Like he was about to leave. He said, thank you for having a wonderful night. And then he just right after that said, I can't believe that we would lie in our graves. So they did the whole reprise part right after the stop. But it was a full Lie in Our Graves. And Stupid Almanac, hey, what up? He said, I was that kid in section 27 letting it all fly. That's awesome. Awesome. Glad you were able to enjoy the show. But yeah, Lie in Our Graves, if we look at this, I can remember Dave and Tim, it's closed out some Dave and Tim shows in 2017. right? With a full band out in Europe. And then you have it in 2013, but that's a rare song to close. So that's a special thing. That was in the encore. And Stupid Almanac just got back to Worcester, still reprising. That's awesome. That's awesome. Still reprising. But it was just the beginning and the end were pretty cool. The typical situation, I know Heinz and Jen, you guys had referenced that on Twitter. That was a special thing, the third of the year, right? That was special. And I think people are like, oh, why aren't they playing typical situation? Why not? Yeah, it was a good closer as far as line of grace. But typical situation, I think, because they've actually added so many songs this year, that's one song they cut back one. And that's the reality. I knew that with all the stuff they're adding, all these new songs that are actually good, a lot of songs they've brought back for the first time in a while. Like You Never Know for the beginning and middle of this tour was a heavy song. It was played a lot. So when you do all these things, you have Drive In, Drive Out comes back, many other songs. You're going to have songs like Typical Situation, which are special. They're not going to play that as much to fit in other stuff. And that's exactly what they did. One other thing throughout this show that was no yawning. Listen, bro, it's been a week, an awesome week. It's only Wednesday, right? 1:37 in the morning Eastern. But the violin synthesizer was played pretty frequently in this show, and I think maybe because I was closer, I heard it more. But the violin, you heard it in Too Much. You heard it in what was it? But there's a couple other songs, but Line Our Graves, they had it. Ants Marching, they had it at the beginning. So like it's a thing that Buddy, which I've said since Buddy joined the band, I said they need to have him play that synth violin. It's because it fills space, right? It's not a real violin, but it's better than nothing. And he did fill it in on certain songs. And it was awesome to hear. But this show was more upbeat than last night. I mean, you have 41, So Much to Say. Anyone see the bridge Too Much? You have Bayou. You have Sledgehammer, Sweet Up and Down. When I'm gonna upload Squirm, Dave does fiddle a little bit during Squirm, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Squirm, but we'll see what happens. And it was Squirm. But yeah, there's no real low, like, they get to a Grace Is Gone, they get to a Space Between, but this show was pretty high energy, and they close out this. I was happy that there was no Watchtower. I don't need another Watchtower. So it was awesome to just be able to have. Yes, Sledgehammer was the cover of the night, but it was fun and energetic and upbeat. But the I'll Back You Up in Lion Our Graves. So you heard the shotgun tease. I don't know if it was a shotgun tease. It sounded like a whiter shade of pale, if anything. I don't think it was shotgun because I didn't hear the notes of shotgun. I'm gonna post it to YouTube and then we'll have to listen back to it. But there was one show, I think it was SPAC, and SPAC they played. There was a shotgun tease, and it was different. This sounded like a whiter shade of pale, which is a cover that Dave and Tim do. But yeah, he was definitely noodling there. I will say Sweet Up and Down kind of caught me off guard. They've played it. This is the ninth playing, and I got it in Mansfield, but it had been a minute since from last I remember that it really. Let's see. So it was played on October 8th, but it hadn't been played in a month, right? So this is Sweet Up and Down, and it was played in August a couple times, September 15th, but it hadn't been played in a month, so it had been a while. And I saw that 12-string drop D guitar, the tan guitar, his 12 string, so you see a little bit more strings in the drop D. That's going to be Sweet Up and Down or Bartender. Those are the two songs that are most common with that 12-string tan guitar. You see 12-string tan, it's gonna be one of those songs. And Stupid Almanac says, can we get some more Lily White sessions? I would love to get more Lily White sessions. Slash busted stuff, but more Lily White sessions, right? Sweet Up and Down. Yeah. Obviously, everyone would love Monkey Man, but that's not going to happen. Heinz and Jen say Sweet Up and Down was awesome in Colorado. Yeah, they've done a great job bringing this thing back, and there's more of a balance of sound. You could hear that the 12-string guitar. Tim is not going too crazy. But this was, I mean, okay, so it's have been about 10 years, 11 years for you then, Heinz and Jim, since you heard Sweet Up and Down between Fiddlers and then seeing it in Deer Creek in 2010. Yeah, it was a song that hadn't been around for a while, and they brought it back. So it was nice to see that they brought it back last year, and then they had the pandemic. They had a great Vegas show, and they've brought some of those songs back, like the riff has made some appearances this year. Sweet Up and Down has made some appearances, so it's nice to see that. I was worried after the pandemic. I'm like, wait, the band just played two great shows in Vegas and in Tempe, Arizona, bringing back some much highly anticipated songs. And then all of a sudden the pandemic, and I'm like, oh no, they're going to lose the momentum. But they've brought back some stuff here. Yeah, during Grace Is Gone, Buddy did hit. He was playing those keys like Butch played them in Grace Is Gone, and really hitting those notes and doing his thing. I still find Buddy's solos more entertaining than Butch solos. Butch was a fills player, meaning he filled in the space perfectly during the verses, during other people's stuff, during other people's solos. But some of Butch's solos were mad boring. Where Buddy does have a little bit more flair, and I prefer Buddy on the keys. And shout out to Buddy Strong. I gave him I pointed at him like this, like yeah, and he pointed back. I was like, nah, you the man, and I gave him the fist, right, and he gave me the fist back. But that was a cool interaction. But Buddy did his thing, even during Bayou. His energy is it's there. You feel that, and I felt that since he's came on at 18. No, You and Me. Thank you, Jesus. I know some people like that song. You got married to it. I hear that a lot, that people get married to that song. No, You and Me. Love it. Love to see that. You and Me was canceled from coming to Mohegan Sun. Mohegan's like, nah, we're not about that. You and Me. This is a casino. You gamble, you drink, you bet. We don't have no you and me lovey dovey. All right. It's a casino. This is America. Okay. The marriage success rate is 50%. They know you and me ain't together. Now, okay, yeah, listen, it's just jokes. How was Rooftops? Rooftop was awesome. Great sound, great mix, and I love that jam that they added on. You thought Rooftop struggled? I thought it was great. I thought that everything was pretty smooth on that. You said they were stuck in the rooftop outro. Huh. I thought they, no, they did it. And sometimes it's not a bad thing when they get that outro continues, when it's more continuous. Like last night, Best of What's Around. They were just like they got stuck on that part where it's like, Best of What's Around. I'm like, they were just doing that, and it was just like, it took Tim a little bit to get used to that Dave was just doing it. And like that was awesome. I mean, that was an awesome little outro right there. So yeah, I mean, I thought Rooftop was good. Sweet was good. Was there was no Stone, there was no Pig, but that doesn't really matter. Even if I wasn't where I was sitting, like this is a midweek night too, right? You're not. Some of this stuff is going to be saved for MSG. Right, this is a warm up for MSG. But when you get a sweet up and down, when you get a typical situation, 3 of 3. So we have let's look at the under 6 play count. So last night there were 10 songs that were played 6 times or less. So we have in the tour. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had 5 songs that were played less than 6 times, played 6 times or less, counting today. What was I looking for? Being at the rail, a Stone opener at the rail would have been awesome. Yeah, I mean, that would have been an awesome thing. I mean, I was looking for Broken Things. I got it. And what else should I say? Oh, What You Are. I kind of knew that all hope was lost for What You Are, because when they came out with the baritone guitar, which they played What You Are and Bayou and Samurai, not Samurai Cop, What You Are and Bayou and So Right. I kind of had a feeling that, okay, they cut Bayou last night. I thought 2 things were guaranteed tonight. I thought we were going to get Bayou because they cut it last night. And then I thought they were going to play Don't Drink the Water because it's a casino, right? And the Native Americans and all that. And I've been to every single Mohegan Sun show. This was the 4th show at Mohegan. And they played Don't Drink the Water every single stand that they've had here. So obviously there were 2 nights this year. So they added this one, and then they had it in 2018 and they had it in 2012. And if you look at Don't Drink the Water, it's 3 of 3. There's been 4 shows here, 3 weekends, 4 shows, and 3 of 3, right? Nothing else was actually 3 of 3 from this night. Broken Things was not, venue. When you look at the venue tab here, I can't even highlight it. But the venue, if you look at all of these, the only thing that was 3 of 3 tonight was Don't Drink the Water. And Supernomic says Madman's will be the last stop into our intro for MSG. Nah, they're gonna play either Madman. They're gonna either play that song or they would bust out a last time. I don't think they're gonna intro Madman's into last stop. I mean, that would be a wild thing, but I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening. They're going to pick one or another. Those are 2 high energy songs that they have to pick one, especially with Carter and some of his, just the way his body's taking a hit. He can't do everything he used to do and do everything high energy like he used to do. So like back to back like that. I mean, even if it is the last show, they're leaving it all out there. I doubt that. Could be wrong, but I really doubt that would happen. I think they're going to do one or the other. I don't know if we'll get a last stop, but again, who knows? It's Madison Square Garden. Expect the unexpected. But this was a solid show. I think what turns this show is you have a couple of things that turn the show. Meaning this is what turns this show into a good solid show or a great show, depending on how you rate these shows. I think you have the Lionel Graves, the encore is the first thing. Back you up into Lionel Graves. That's number one. That's what makes this a great show. The second thing, you have an Ants Marching closer. I'm working my way back the set list. You have an Ants Marching closer. You also have a third thing, typical situation. And fourth thing, sweet up and down. Again, just a song that can make or break something. You have a number 41, which is another thing that's just opening up the 41st show of the tour. I mean, that's awesome. So it's great to see that. And I mean, yeah, it's a solid show. I'm glad the band did 2 nights at Mohegan. So Connecticut, Hartford has no shows, Hartford had Farm Aid, but Connecticut got 3 total shows, 1 Farm Aid. Dave and Tim abbreviated set. Obviously, it's not that long, and then the full bands. And it was nice to see Carter this weekend. I had not seen Carter for a minute. I went to Farm Aid, and then I went to the Gorge, and then before that I went to Guilford and Mansfield, and Carter was not there for the Gorge shows, the 3 Gorge shows, and then the one-off for Farm Aid in Hartford. So nice to hear him. And Stefan, same thing. Also, Stefan did at the beginning of Typical Situation, he used a wah pedal. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool because you could tell Tim was playing something, but you heard like this wah, and it was Stefan. So it's pretty cool. Brother Fonzie, yeah. So I thought this was a solid show for, again, the terms of this is a Tuesday, right? Most Tuesday shows are going to be below this show, if not all of them. That's just the reality of it. And that's what you have to keep the context of. If you want the big hitters, you got to go to the big stops, the Deer Creeks, the SPACs, the MSGs. If you want those crazy Gorge, same thing. If these midweek sets, I've been to Guilford 2-night stand, and I've been to Mohegan 2-night stand. They're great. They're great in their own rights. And it's actually nice to have these midweek shows where you don't have the craziness of the weekend. And, Stupid Almanac. Hey, you better be careful. He says, hey, Jen, tell Hines to stop whining. Oh, whoa. Oh, shots fired. I need the, let's see if I can get the, wow, shots fired. See if I can get the rap board. We gotta hit the rap board for this one.
It's 50. Yeah.
Yeah, let's give the ha for that joke for Stupid Almanac.
Baby.
Shout out to that's a rap board. Just look up the rapboard.com. Anyway, so yeah, this was a solid show. I don't know what else to say. A great week. I'm gonna try to have some shows again when the tour ends. We're gonna get John Dix on. Shout out to Trish DMB. If you're watching this now or later, we're gonna get you on the show to just talk about some various things, and we'll work on that behind the scenes after the tour. I'm gonna need some time off to recuperate. I'm gonna need a vacation, but we'll try to get back on here after the tour. Now keep an eye out for this weekend. I will be streaming for Friday. And then Saturday is really to be determined. I'm still figuring out if I'm going to stay in New York for the night or not. And when I'll do the stream. The stream could possibly be, was it Sunday? Could have a Sunday stream. Just depends on what happens with Madison Square Garden. I'll be at the show night 2. I'll definitely be at the show. But it's just a matter of what we're doing. And you guys can follow me on Instagram, ConcertViz34, Twitter, ConcertViz34. Those are my social media handles. If you want to donate to your boy, Cash App, ConcertViz34. This show, I mean, again, there's not much more I can say. It's just, I thought it was I would say it was a great Tuesday show. And there's special moments. Again, you get that typical situation. You get that I'll back you up, lie in our graves. You get a sweet up and down. What more can you ask from? That's a lot of songs. And that's been the theme of this year, right? There have been tours where the set lists have been crazier, right? Like wild set lists. What a run. You can't top that. But those same tours have only had one show like that, right? Or 2 shows like that. The overall average of the tour was not as balanced as this. Tour shows like this, there's something for everyone. You have your 41s, you have your Ants Marchings, you have your Don't Drink the Waters, you have your cover Sledgehammer to get people who are there just for fun or at their first show that don't know D&B, but everyone knows Sledgehammer if you were around in the 80s. I wasn't around in the 80s, but I even know Sledgehammer, right? You have your suite, right? You have your One Sweet World suite. That's a nice little suite right there of songs. But there's something for everyone. You have your Bayou. I'm not a huge fan of the Bayou verses, but Bayou is a rocking song people like. You have your Broken Things. That's a deep cut. This is a great Tuesday show, and you have to go into these shows with no expectations. You have to. And what does he say? He says you should have that donate link locked up here for us to tap, like locked here in my face. I can figure out I can figure out how to potentially do that behind the scenes there. And he chased Sweet for 10 years and got 4 this year. That's awesome. You must have not been at, I think I got Sweet. When did I get Sweet? I've gotten it a couple times. Actually, both times I've been in the pit, I've gotten Sweet. I was in the pit Hartford 2015, and they had Sweet during the 2 sets. During the acoustic set, they had Sweet. Oh, Merriweather. So you went to Merriweather and got it. Okay. But anyway, the videos will be coming up shortly. It's been a wonderful day into the morning. And I'm just excited to have experienced it. And again, check my social media. You'll see videos. I'll be posting those through tomorrow morning of my, just some of the stuff I experienced from the rail, and just, again, blessed, beyond blessed. Got the number 34 jersey. Here, let me put it up here so you can see. Got the 34 jersey again. And listen, I think that was my that's my lucky shirt, man. To rock this and to get to get on the rail, and let's go Huskies. For UConn. Let's go UConn Huskies. So yeah, repping my favorite college team and repping DMB up close and personal. And like I said, it was just a great night. Videos are on the way. Should get some more up in the morning. It says Future at the same dang time. I remember that song. Future Vandross, as they call him. AKA the king of toxic relationships. Shout out to Future. Yeah, like I said, that's really all I got right now, man. I need to go to sleep. Believe it or not, I do have work tomorrow morning. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. I'm drunk again. It's heavy on my mind. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right, let me stop. But thank you guys again for supporting. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. That's the HBO special, Help a Brother Out special. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you have friends going to shows and they want it, you think they're interested in them, let them know about the stream I do after every show. But thank you again for the support. Thank you, everyone that I met. I got to meet Alan Thompson, aka Talking Tunes, who was called in on Friday. He came to Connecticut. It was nice to see him in person. Who else? John Dix, we reconnected again. Ryan from Leominster, Mass, up there in North Central Mass. Trish DMB. John O, right? John O from Connecticut as well. And so many other people that I met in the various lines. Again, it was just nice to meet and talk to awesome fans. I always say Dave Matthews Band has the best and the worst fans, right? There's the best fans as far as people that are awesome and amazing people. There are some of the worst fans who push and shove and do different things at shows, and it's like, yo, chill. But this weekend and really for most of this tour, I've seen the best of people. I've seen great people. I've chopped it up and had great conversations with people, learned from people, picked the brains of people like Dino F, who is, now he's at show 351, or I think he's at 351. But yeah, man, it's just been awesome to meet many of you guys. Met more people this year than I've ever met in any year on tour, as far as meeting in person and having these conversations. But stay tuned. Friday, I'll be much more focused and fine-tuned, not coming from a show and listening to it on SiriusXM Radio. Folks, the show is on SiriusXM Radio. I know some people have questions every week. Is it going to be on there? Expect every Friday show for the full band to be on SiriusXM Radio during the tours, unless you hear otherwise. So it should be a great one out at MSG for night 1, and then night 2 I'll be there. All right, we're gonna have some closing music again. So we're gonna bring up. I was trying to do this yesterday, but it wouldn't save because I was disconnecting. I had a bad connection, so we're gonna play this song. This is from the Batson Sessions. There we go. This is gonna be "Drive Me Away." Drive Me Away. So let me exit out. We'll get the closing music, and again, it's your boy Conserviz 34. Peace.
Walking down the garden path, I heard a pop and hurried in. When I saw you there, I dropped my bags. Little baby love, what have you done? Off the phone, the cops came. They're tying up a few loose ends. Somebody drive me away. It's too late for talking now, so drive me away. I don't feel upside down. Somebody drive me away. I wish I could dance up here. Drive me away. Oh, let me stay there. Remember how you used to play drive me away. I swear I can't even breathe. Drive me away. Say, somebody wake me up. I must be sleeping. Somebody tell me I'm dreaming. Sleep. Drive me away. It's too late for talking now. So they drive me away. Upside down and inside out. Drive me away. Feel like my skin is coming out. Drive me away. Swear my heart is spinning out. Drive me away. I don't even know drive me away. I can't bear thinking out. Drive me away. I think tomorrow's empty now. Drive me the way you looked at me, I swear you did.
And then everybody recognized him. I got my picture with him. I talked to him before I sit down, and I went back and I'm like, we go in, sit in our seat.
You want to be so sure. Every step you take must you can't always know what's coming. You can't always trust your twist of fate, but my love, my heart is set on you, set on you. My love, my heart is set on you, set on you.
Cash money.
Boy.
Convict music.